Check. So, a very good morning to everyone. So, it's the second day of Sri Lanka robotics competition in the stage 1 phase, and my name is Nima Vikramasinghe, and today with me is Supun. Hi, Supun. Good morning.
Good morning, Nima. And also good morning to our amazing viewers who have joined with us today as well. So, looking back at yesterday, I think we had really amazing performances, right? Don't you think?
Definitely, Supun. So, we have a few teams that are really high up on the point chart. So, with that, let me give you about the updates on the leaderboard. So, we have Bitfinit with 96.47 points, and Doodle Squad with 80.67 points, Decap with 75.9 points, eScream with 54.12 points, Runtime Terror with 51.54 points, Sui Generis with 35 points, Anonymous Chips with 32.8 points, Scott Strikers with 12 points.
Yeah, so there we can see how the 8 teams that performed yesterday has paired against each other. But that's not the final rankings because today also we have 7 more teams competing for the competing for the stage 1 of SLRC. So who knows? Maybe the whole leaderboard can be turned upside down.
Yeah, we can never imagine what would happen today. So we have 7 teams today. So we have Dream Epic, Circuit Breakers, Darth Vader, Rockin, Rocinante, and Fortress, Wall E team, and SCT Mask team today to compete. So let's see how well they will do. So maybe
Yeah,
they will some one of them will be able to even get higher marks than the Bitfinit team, right?
yeah. Maybe the number 1 spot will change. Who knows? Uh,
No.
so I think with that we should remind the viewers that you can visit our official website slrc2021.com. There you can see our live stream also embedded there as well, and you can get all information about the competition as well as the winners as well. So please visit there and have a look. So Nima, today is the second day of the stage 1, right? So maybe we are having new viewers who have joined us to the live stream. So shall we remind them what SLRC is all about?
Yeah, so Sri Lankan robotics competition was first started in 2012, and we have been doing it since that year, and we have done 8 robotics competition, and this is the 9th Sri Lanka robotics competition that we are doing, and this time it's going to be the first ever virtual robotics competition that we'll be doing in Sri Lanka. It has never been ever done before in Sri Lanka. So that's the specialty of this robotics competition.
Yeah,
Yes.
very mature robotics competition indeed. I think with that we have to also mention that SLRC is the robotics competition in Sri Lanka which gives out the biggest cash prize. So the teams that are competing today and throughout the whole stage 1 and stage 2 of SLRC will have a shot at this cash prize. So we will be rewarding 100,000 rupees for the first place, the champion of the SLRC. Then we have 60,000 rupees for the second place, the first runners up of this event. Then for the second runners ups, we have 30,000 rupees. That's a huge amount of cash money, don't you think, Nima?
Yeah, definitely, Supun. That's the largest cash prize I've ever heard that they've been giving out in a competition like this. Wow. So,
Yeah.
with that, I think we should really mention about the about our sponsors who are helping us making this event a success. So we have our platinum sponsor, Asiata Digital Labs, advancing digital lives, and we have our gold sponsors, Synopsys Lanka Private Limited, powering the new era of smart everything, and London Stock Exchange Group, your trusted global financial markets, infrastructures, and data providers.
Yeah, definitely. We have to express our heartfelt gratitude towards our sponsors because without them, none of this is possible. So they are the reason that we are able to host this event in such a grand manner. So seems like Nima, the next team is ready. So we have team Dream Pick from the University of Moratur. I think right now the judges are looking at the robot and the code just as they had done for other teams as well. So as soon as that's finished, we will be able to see their run on our virtual stage.
Yes, definitely. So probably the judges are examining the robot now and checking their code. So while they do that, here we are. So
Yeah. So Nima, I think we should remind our viewers about our distinguished judge panel as well because they are at the heart of this competition. They are the ones who are giving the valuable feedback for all the participants and also judging them based on their performance. Nima, would you like to inform our viewers who our honorary judge panel is?
yeah, definitely, Sukun, that's an honor. So we have Mr. Banuka Silva, who is a lecturer from Department of Electronic and Telecommunication Engineering in University of Moratuwa. And we have Mr. Govindu Lianage, who is an engineer in data science from Extert or Concepts Private Limited. And we have Mr. Iresh Javardhana, who is an associate electronic engineer from Arimak Lanka Private Limited. So that is our distinguished judge panel. So we can really expect a fair marks from them for all the teams.
Yeah, definitely. So
Okay.
looking back at yesterday's competition, uh, I think an interesting thing that we were able to notice is that the different forms that the robots have taken. Don't you agree, Nima? Like,
Yeah, super.
yeah,
So yeah, some of the robots have taken four wheels strategy, and some have taken the three wheel strategy. But the judges said that they had their ideas about what is the best for a competition like this, while the competitors also had good reasons as to why they chose those kinds of designs.
yeah, definitely. And I think not only for the participating teams, but also for the viewers who have joined us through the live stream, uh, have also get really good information, really good knowledge about robotics design and robotics coding by the feedback that the judges have given.
Yeah, so this is one in a lifetime experience. So I hope nobody misses it. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, so
So
let,
while we're waiting, Nima, I think we should remind our viewers that so please subscribe to our YouTube channel and so stay updated with our live commentary throughout the day.
yes, definitely. So I think we should give them a small introduction about how this event works. So
Yes, sure.
would you like to
Okay, so
go, Supam?
just like yesterday, the virtual platform will be the same. So just to give an overview, first they have to identify the color patch. They have to print the color that they identified in the console. So when you are seeing their run, you will be able to see that in the left upper corner. Then they will be moving on to the subtask. Keep in mind that is an optional task, so teams can choose whether they do it or not. So if they do that, they have to print the left and right value in the console. So and the n value. N value is the absolute difference between the left and the right value. So if they successfully complete the subtask, they can choose to move on the curve line path, or else they have to go through the wall following path. So even a team who completes the subtask can go through the wall following path, but a team who doesn't do that cannot go through the curve line path. So after that, they have to navigate through they have to navigate through the course, and at the end they have to choose which color pad is which color pad is the one that they identified in the beginning of the course, and they have to stop at that color patch. And also, I have to mention that by doing the subtask, they will be able to know which direction the correct color patch is at the end of the course. And I also think you will be able to get a better idea once we actually see the run of once we actually see the run of of these teams.
Yeah, super.
Nima, with that as well, I think we should remind the viewers about the different bonuses that account for the marks. Would you
Yeah,
like to?
definitely super.
Yeah.
So that was a really good explanation from you about how the competition's gonna happen. So yeah, regarding the bonuses, so we have a time bonus and a cost bonus
Okay.
from
So,
about
sorry to interrupt, Nima, but I think we are ready to see the performance
next team,
of the team.
Team
Yeah.
Epic. Good luck, Team Epic.
We are hoping for a strong start. Let's see how they fare on our virtual stage.
Identified the
Hello?
color correctly as red.
Oh, the second team who have skipped the subtask entirely to get a head start towards the final line. So they have choose to go through the wall following path, but
Yeah, right.
unfortunately
That's
seems
really
like they have
unfortunate.
stuck there, right? But before, like they were really fast, right?
Yeah,
Like when going through the lines
yeah.
and going through the wall.
I thought they will be able to even defeat Bitfinite team,
Yeah, yeah,
but
definitely. Yeah,
let's
they were
see.
really
They
fast.
still have two attempts left. So
Yeah, I
let's see.
think
Have they stopped the first
they have
attempt?
stopped it. So,
Yeah.
like Nima, shall we remind the viewers about why the team should stop the time as soon as
Yeah, complete get a
the
time
robot
bonus.
has
So
gone astray.
they do not want to waste their time. If they think the robot cannot move on, they can stop it at that point and maybe even move on to the second attempt. But we have to remind that
Yeah, definitely.
not only they they will not only the best time out of the three attempts will be taken. All the total time will be taken. So it is better if they can do it on the first attempt. So the more attempts they take, the more time it's gonna cost for them. So
Yeah,
the other bonus
definitely,
shall we
definitely.
remind them, Super?
Yeah, sure. Uh, so like then we have the money bonus. Money bonus is so like we have given $40 in hypothetical sense for all the participating teams, and they have to use that budget to they have to use that budget for the components for the robot. So for an example, if they are taking an distance sensor, the amount of that distance sensor will be reduced from their $40 budget. So after designing the robot, the what's left from that $40 budget will be accounted as a money bonus and will be rewarded them in the form of points for their final rankings. So I think Nima, like a key skill here is to like use minimum number of uh, sensors
Yeah,
to do the
definitely.
task
Because
properly.
as
Don't you think?
designers, as engineers, what we also should think about is whether it's affordable, whether what we make is affordable and it's available to everyone. So, as
Yeah,
engineers, what we should always try to make it as low cost as possible, so that everyone has the access to it. So
yeah,
we have
definitely.
the live stream of what's going inside, and it seems they have not still started their second attempt.
Yeah, I think we will be able to start it shortly. So until then, I think like if we like remind ourselves about our lead in the sense of the current leaderboard, uh, as I remember, they only had three sensors, right? Two for two distance sensors on the side, then one camera to do the line puzzle, right? Like they only
Yeah,
have
so
used three. They like to my memory, they have used only three sensors to go through the course successfully.
yeah, so that was the team who used the cameras instead of using the sensors, right? That totally helped them in recovering all the costs and everything.
Yeah, yeah. I think like that constraint is a really good can be thought of as a really good opportunity to show the team's creativity. So like they can use their creativity and
Of
don't you
sensors
agree?
and make an easy code, or you can use less sensors. And if you put your time and code, then I think you can do it like with less sensors
Mention
and
this
their
what
algorithm.
engineering is all about.
So
So I
yeah,
think this is a very good form to practice their creativity in the engineering domain.
so
So seems like the team cannot find why the robot is not working. That's
yeah.
the time is running out now.
So like this happened, the robot has stuck in between. So maybe they are giving them a chance to
Yeah,
they are
yeah. Yes, I think they think the roughness of the work
So it seems like they are going to start the second attempt, right, Supam?
Yeah, that's right. Seems like they didn't change anything as well, right? So
Yeah, I
let's see how. Yeah, let's see how they perform this time around.
okay. So it seems like they are going to start the second attempt.
So I'm hoping that they will be able to go through that spot because they were really impressive up until that point. So like I'm really excited to see what happens.
Definitely. I'm also excited because they are not choosing to do the subtask and go directly to the wall following method. So I'm
Yeah.
really interested about that too.
So let's see. So this is a spot that they faced an error.
Uh,
Oh, seems like
I think Supun, the problem here is that when the robot is taking turns, it's coming a little bit back, don't you think? Like
that's true as well. And they
instead
are
of
not like yeah.
instead of rotating one wheel in the forward direction, they are using the technique in which they will rotate one wheel in the backward direction. So it makes the I think the robot come a bit back, and then it gets
Hmm.
stuck on the wall. I think that's the issue here. It's a good
Yeah. I also
strategy.
agree with you.
It's a good strategy, but what I
But
think is
unfortunately,
if they had calibrated their sensors well, maybe to go a bit more near the wall and then do this, I think it would
hmm.
have been fine, right?
Yeah, I also definitely agree with you on that front. So seems like their strategy is not suited for this wall following path. But we have to remind everyone that dimensions of the world and the sample world also has been given to all the competing teams. So let's see how they fares in their third and final attempt.
So they have started back again and identified the color patch correctly and going
So
in the same path as before. Let's see what will happen in the corner.
yeah, so far so good. Oh, okay, seems like
Oh,
they have gone through that.
I think they have resolved the issue, right, Super? They're
Yeah, yeah,
still
seems
very
like.
close to the wall, but it seems
But we
alright.
are at the final stretch of the whole path. So as soon as we are out of it, I guess that's not an issue.
Oh,
Oh,
I think it did not identify the line correctly, Super, right?
yeah, that's true. I think because, as you mentioned earlier, when going through the wall following path, it kind of came to it's like sided with to a left wall or something, right? So I think because of that, their line sensor might have been misaligned with the line when they get into the line following path. Maybe that's the issue.
Yeah, I also think what happened is maybe it was not aligned properly in the middle and it missed the line. So I think it went directly without identifying the line. So I think it couldn't differentiate between the wall and the line properly. Don't you think,
Yeah,
Subhan?
yeah, definitely. So, but it's a shame that though, like
I really like the way
also
that,
find
like,
that very
rather
good
than
in the
other
end as
teams,
well.
how they have chosen to
That's
turn the robot. So
yeah, that's like the first time we are seeing in these with these eight competitors, right? The
yeah,
first time that we are seeing that strategy being used, and
so
like
they have used the three
yesterday,
attempts.
yeah,
They have used the three
yes, I
attempts,
think
right,
they
Subhan?
have used their three attempts. So I'm not sure what they can do right now. So let's see. I think judges are now talking about what to do. So I think we will be able to hear the judges' evaluation shortly. So until then, let's wait a few minutes and see. So Nima, I think yesterday, as I remember, Chirant was saying that he was hoping, like he is hoping that he will be able to see some other teams going through that wall following path, because we only saw one team out of the 8 teams that we saw yesterday. So I guess he has been treated at the very first morning today, right?
Yeah, so we had the first team itself going the ball following path, but we had a little unfortunate circumstances. So
But like, even though they had some problems, we have to appreciate the fact that they navigated through our virtual stage up until that point very smoothly. No stutters, no like jitteriness. So seems like their PID algorithm is the PID line following algorithm is really good. But I think the problem came from the wall following part, don't you think?
yeah, I think the actual problem was when they were going from the ball to the line. Like I think they couldn't differentiate between the line and the wall.
Yeah, seems like that. So we will be able to get to know what judges think of their performance, and how the judges score their performance. So until then, please bear with us.
So the judges
Yeah, sure. We will be moving on to the video later. So right now, the judges are ready to give their feedback.
Streaming is ready. You can. I would like to invite judges to give their feedback.
Um, when
Performance
considering
of
this
the
robot,
teams input.
this is the first robot which completed the wall following task successful. That means it didn't hit any wall. That's the main significant thing that we saw in this robot. But unfortunately, they have faced a few significant issues. They have uploaded the code that was not compiled. Uh, as a rule, we can't allow them to upload another code. So I think that would be the issue they were facing. That is the issue that they couldn't complete the task. So I'm very sorry about that. Uh, that's all. Let's go to the next thing.
Thank you, judges, for your kind
So
feedback.
that was the
Uh, Thanks, Team Pick, for joining with us today.
on their successfulness on the world following path, right?
Okay, so what do you think about judges evaluation, Supon?
I think the first thing is like, as we noticed, the judges also commended on completing. Judges also commended them on completing the wall following path, because like as they said, they are the first team who have successfully gone through the wall following path out of the 2 teams who have chosen that path. And I think there was another problem with that team as well, right, Nim? So a problem that we were not aware of before.
Yeah, Supon, what do you think it was?
So I think the code that the team has uploaded haven't been compiled. So like the what's like running on the robot right now is the previous code. So seems like that's the issue that they faced, like when they are following when they are going through the wall following path, and like at the end they miss the line following path. Seems like that's a result of the uncompleted code. So that's very unfortunate. So as per our rules and regulations, we cannot let a team upload another code rather than what they have given submitted to us. So even though the code is there and it haven't been compiled, unfortunately due to the rules that we have for this competition, we cannot compile it right now. So that's also very unfortunate, don't you think, Tima?
Yeah, so we gave them ample time to change their code, and we gave them time to fine tune their code. We gave them enough time, but we are not giving them to change the code while in the competition. So that's one thing they have to remember. So we have our next team up, Circuit Breakers from University of Moratuwa. So
So same as before, I
what?
think the judges are looking at the robot and the code, and so we will be able to show their run. Uh, yeah, we will be able to show their run shortly. So Nima, I noticed something interesting in our live chat. So Latika is asking whether you or I can sing a song. So my friend, the answer is no, because I have no such talent in singing. What about you?
Yeah, so I usually sing, but the problem is people leave while after I start singing. So I do not want to lose the our viewers right now. So I think I'm gonna say no to. I
But
do
Nima,
not
like
want to.
I think you have supporters. I think you may be lying, because there are people in the chat saying that you are a good singer.
No, I think I'm gonna pass today soon. Mm,
Okay, maybe at the end of the commentary session, maybe when people are going, we can give it a try.
yeah, definitely. When I'm alone, I'll probably try it. Okay. So, Supun, do you think will there be a team be able to defeat the Bitfinite team? Like they have already 96.47 points. Do you think there will be a team that will be able to defeat this mark?
That's a good question, because 96.4 points out of 100. That's a very tough mark to beat, because as I recall from their run as well, they were really fast, and also they have used a minimum number of sensors. So that's a very tough tough challenge for other teams to beat. But who knows? Maybe there are some other teams who have better designs, better code, who will be able to navigate through our course even faster than the team between it. So so right now we have the team Circuit Breakers. Mm, I think I have heard that name before in other robotics competitions as well. Maybe I think
I,
yeah, now
I
we
think
are.
we can have a really good competition from there, right, Super?
Yeah, let's see how they fares in our leaderboard. So until then, shall we remind our viewers about the update in the leaderboard
Yeah,
with the team Dream Epic? Yeah.
so Dream Epic team has secured the sixth position in the leaderboard with 40.25 points. So let's see.
Yeah. So like with that, the teams Sue Generis have been moved into number 7, and then at number 8 we have Anonymous Ships, and then at number 9 we have the team Strikers. So we'll see how this team Circuit Breakers performs pairs in our leaderboard.
Yeah, so right now the judges are looking at the robot, they're examining it, and they are looking at the code, at how they have wrote the code. So
Yeah, and I keep seeing that. Nima, I think you have to sing a song at at some point, because there are so many requests for you.
mm,
Maybe
definitely,
later, yeah.
definitely. So, So I have a small question for you, Supur. Until then, so what do
Okay,
you think?
sure.
Like, how will this competition help the futures of these competitors? Like, what will they gain, like in the long run, out of this competition?
That's a really good question, Ima, because I think the main objective of SLRC is uplifting the talents of robotics enthusiasts in the country. So I think by participating in this in a SLRC competition, the teams will be able to get customized feedback from our skillful judge panel. So they are giving very valuable feedback. So they will be able to learn from it. They will be able to learn what are the things that they did that made their performance poor. Like what are the good things that they did. So what are the things that they should look at next. So I think they will get good direction and very good feedback to improve their robotics skills as well.
Yeah, super. So, like, I also think what you said was totally true. Adding to that, like one thing that get to experience in this kind of competition is the high competitiveness with the other teams. So, in the real world, we will always have to like compete in this world. So, like, this is a good place
Yeah,
for them
definitely.
to experience how much of a competition there is in Sri Lanka itself, because we can see how much good robots, even in the virtual platform we saw in this competition. So
Yeah, definitely, I agree with you. So I think we are ready to see the run of the teams kid robotics competition. Breakers.
yeah, so
So uh,
yeah,
seems
today
like they
seems
have
to be
skipped the
day
sub
like
task, right?
everyone has
That's expected.
everyone is taking the wall following path.
Yeah, but
Seems
to be honest,
really
Apart,
indeed. Yeah, so I think both of the options has their they have to gain and they will lose some, because it will take time for them to complete the subtask, but they will gain it by because it's really easy to follow the curved line path.
yeah.
So it
So
seems like the
so
robot
seems like they
came
have
out of the wall and
like I
wow,
think we
that was
always
really
see some
unfortunate.
kind of deterrence in the wall following. Right?
Yeah, so like it was really unfortunate. I think we saw the same problem last point. Yeah, to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
line following
Sure,
path,
sure.
right? So they are starting.
So how the team will perform with the change in the or will they face the same
Seems like
issues
they
that they
have a
faced
really
before?
smooth run up until now.
The deterrence that we saw before is gone, right, in
Yeah,
this run.
definitely, Supun. So here is the moment of truth. Let's see what will happen.
Okay,
Okay, still going.
yeah.
Okay, great. I think it has come onto the line
Yeah,
following path, right?
it's on the correct track. So let's see. So seems like the roughness is the problem that they encountered, right? Oh,
Changing that value,
it,
right, Supun?
yeah, seems like that, right? That's like I mean, that's really unfortunate. Like we have to for the team because, but unfortunately the robot got stuck.
So they have stopped, right? They
Yeah,
have
they have
stopped them.
stopped the time. Yeah. So like,
So with that, we
yeah,
are them about the time bonus that and move on.
yeah, that's true. So, but like being stuck in a junction, it's a weird place to be stuck, right? Like, I mean, might have caused that because, like, I think even the sensors might have been inside.
Properly identify like which path to take, and because the T junction is special, you need to identify the line,
Mhm.
and it will have a hard time. It will have to make some advanced decisions.
Yeah, that's true.
So
So I think
it is
they have taken 2 out of 3 attempts. So I think we are the final attempts for the team circuit breakers. So I think they are checking some settings whether everything is as they want it to be. So we'll wait and see how they will fare on their third and final attempt.
yeah. So I think
So I think we have a question in the live chat. They're asking what is the best line following path. So what do you think, Nima?
yeah, me, I think, like as I said before, it's like gain and loss at the same time. Like if you take the line following path, the curved line path, they will have to do some calculations. So it depends on how they do that calculations. Like with more sensors, they could calculate it easily, but if they use more sensors, then they will lose their money
Yeah,
bonus.
definitely.
But if they don't use that, and then they could go for the wall following path directly. So they will not use their time for to calculate all the distance to the walls and
Yeah,
everything.
definitely.
So it, it's a really hard choice to make, Supun, actually. But me personally, I think I'd like to go in the line following path, the curved line path, because I think the wall following path is a bit hard, and they have to tune their line
Like we
path.
have to mention that that is a decision of the participant. So like the best decision may be changed according to the algorithm that you implement. But I also have a feeling because in the goal following path there are sharp corners. So like in sharp corners you have to reduce your speed and then turn. So I think that will slow up the robot. So like when going through the curve curve line path, there are no sharp edges. So I think the speed line path is the better the team have. So they have decided on utilize using. Don't you think?
Yeah, Supun, I definitely agree with you. So
Team is still looking at what are still seem to be looking at what seem to be the problem because I think they are taking their time because this is the third and the final attempt. If they cannot complete the course in this attempt, they are no more attempts. Understand that they are taking this much time. I think.
So let's say they are given to change some of the world values. So we'll make so that to make their third attempt successful.
Yeah, yeah. So like I think now currently they are seeing whether the camera is on the right place that they have put. Like I think we were able to see before that they enabled the camera line guides, so we were able to see where the camera is pointed at. So I think they we will be able to start their third and the final attempt. So so we get information from the main room that they so like as we said before, they seems to be taking time to ensure that in their final attempt they will be able to finish the course without any
Yeah,
problem.
me personally also, I really hope that these teams will be able to finish their
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I would also like to see a robot going through the wall following path and finishing the course successfully.
Yeah. So, but whatever point they choose to stop, what I think is like they have put some really good effort into this
Yeah,
robot, and I think it's not easy to do this taken risk.
Mhm.
So let's
Yeah,
see
sometimes. So
how
so yeah, we'll see how this team performs in their third and final attempt. I think, as you said before, they are still checking for what seems to be going wrong here.
Yeah, I think the team also has a hard time identifying what seems to be causing the issue.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Definitely.
They were given a sample world in which they could check everything, but so
Yeah, I
this seems
think
to happen.
they're just making sure that everything is as it is because this is their final attempt. So to the plan, there is nothing the team can do. So I think that's why they are taking their time. But I think we should remind the viewers this is just stage one. So like just to give an overview how the SLRC is going on. So we have two stages, the stage one and stage two. And even in stage one, there are two rounds, the round one and round two. So now we are in that, as you can see, there will be a virtual stage and the robot will be evaluated on the performance on this virtual stage. And on the round two, there will be a physical robot created by the organizers. Then the teams will have to create a code for that robot, and then they will be evaluated on how the robot performs with the code that they have submitted. So I think the total value of round one and round two will account for the total value of stage one, and the final rankings are only affected by the stage two results. So whatever marks that you get on stage one are only for selection, and for the to see their final attempt.
Yeah, Supun. So like not lost all hope. They can recover their marks and
Yeah,
come back to the top, right?
definitely.
Supun?
You should not be discouraged by the marks that you get here. Like if you just give a really good feedback on what to do and how you can improve the robot. So I think with that now you can well improve on your robot, and
Yeah, Supun, definitely. And I also think something the competitors should be really aware of the next time is that to make sure that they read the rule book, the task description properly. Because yesterday we had a problem like they did not print the correct values to the console at the correct time, right? Even the values were correct.
Yeah.
They were asked to print it going out to the platform, but they printed it before. So we have issues like that too.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a really good, really valid point because like the small things make the big differences. So like when you are competing in a competition of this caliber, there will be a lot of talented teams. So the difference between the number one team and the last team might be the slightest details that you miss while reading the problem description. So I think we'd like to remind the viewers once again to pay attention to the problem description when you're attending the next stages of SLRC or any other robotics competition as well.
Yeah. So another thing we saw in the last day was that even though they have properly calculated the values, they didn't display it out like the tasks are successful completed. So the too. So
Yeah, that's
but they
like
out the just to change the code. So that right while they're competing, right?
The are really fair. They were given like to see whether the robot has actually done the subtask of hard luck or because of luck or something that they have hard coded into the code itself. So as I remember, Anima, the team that experienced out of them all, don't you think?
Yeah.
Like
It's a cute robot, right?
yeah, yeah, definitely, and they also had their name engraved in the robot as well. So it's kind of happy to see that the team is investing their time even into the design of the robot as well. And like I mentioned that day as well, it reminded
Yeah, I
me of
remember.
Humpty Dumpty. So
Saying that so like what they have to something is the enclosure that they're gonna make. So it should be preferable. We don't want hanging wires and everything out of robot. So while there are also safety hazards in using that kind of robot.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know what this virtual platform will be able to have those issues, but something that they should consider always is making the proper design enclosure.
Yeah, definitely. And like if you look at the robot that
Take some time. I think let's see how well they will be doing this round, right?
yeah, I really hope that they will be able to finish it, finish the patch correct task. So,
Yeah, so thus they will have a which they have to go. Otherwise, they will have to go to all the color patch tryout. So we are coming to the place
Yeah,
where
we
they
are
got the issue.
yeah. So let's see whether they go through the course successfully this time. Seems like they suffered the same fate, right?
Third attempt. So one thing really special about them is that they are using the camera to identify the color patch at the end. So but
the sensor, but seems like they are using the camera, like as you mentioned just before. And also, I think that's a like very interesting choice of using a four-wheel robot, right? Nim? Like as you said earlier,
like the judges didn't agree with the teams yesterday with using four wheels because it will be harder to navigate and there were problems like that. But we see the teams doing it. They say that it's because of the stability, right, Subha?
oh, I think so. I also think so, Nima. So I think the judges are asking the competitors or the team about what seems to be the problem that's causing this, whether they have an idea. So I think that was the answer for that, right, Nima?
Yeah. So um, anyway, they have unfortunately stopped at the same place as before. So I think they'll still get some marks because they have gone through a lot, right?
Yeah, they only stopped at like the final stretch of the course. Like I think their camera can even see the final mark, but that's really unfortunate. Yeah, I'm sure that judges will consider the whole performance, not just whether they completed the course, and will award the marks accordingly.
Yes, let's see what the judges think about this at the end. So, with that, we'd like to ask our viewers that they can also watch us on YouTube and join the live chat. We have a really hot live chat going on between some of our friends. And also, we have our website slrc2021.com, in which you can look at the leaderboard and get all the info that you need on the competition, or you can choose to watch us on Facebook.
Yeah, definitely. So seems like the judges still haven't moved on to the evaluation, right? I think they are still kind of in discussion with the team. So, okay, seems like there's a problem with identifying the color patch, right? Seems like they have identified it before moving on to the center of the color patch.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, it's kind of a peculiar problem to face as well. So I guess that's resolved, and we can hear the final conclusion after judges move on to evaluating, and then we will be able to hear their feedback on the performance of Team Circuit Breakers from the University of Moratu.
So that was a really good run from Team Circuit Breakers. We wish you all the good luck in your future endeavors.
Yeah, that's true. So, like looking back at their run, like in the wall following path, they were really smooth, right?
Like
They were like no.
unlike the other teams I saw, I think it was really smooth.
Yeah, that's true. So, like, seems like they have conquered the challenge of the wall following path, but the problem that they encountered was, I think, really unfortunate that at a junction maybe they haven't even put much thought into that because that's such a trivial, trivial, trivial place to expect error, don't you think?
Yeah, so that was really unfortunate because they had only one, two more steps to go to finish the course, and maybe even they could defeat the Bitfinite team. But unfortunately, they have stopped. Let's see, but what the judges think actually, we have no idea.
Yeah, so I think the now judges have moved on for the evaluation. I think the judges are discussing among themselves how the team performed and how could they give them marks on their performance. So I think this is a perfect time to uh, to play a short video from our sponsors, don't you think?
Yes, so let's move on to a promotional video from one of our sponsors.
Imagine a technology partner invested in your dreams, where we take the time to understand your aspirations and give you the opportunity to transform them into reality through disruptive innovation. We are Asiata Digital Labs. We are a team of IT professionals, data scientists, cloud solutions specialists, creative design engineers, spanning 7 global offices. We are enriching the lives of over 500 million people. We have successfully delivered projects globally, specializing in digital telco solutions, mobile money, fintech, IoT, AI, machine learning, data analytics, and self-care solutions. Using our expertise and domain knowledge, we have helped challenge the norms of industries and rewrite the rules of engagement. We provide our customers with agility. We provide them future-ready products now. Asiata Digital Labs, advancing digital life.
That was a video from our platinum sponsor, Asiata Digital Labs. So we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude towards all of our sponsors. Without them, we cannot host an event of this caliber to enable our our robotics enthusiasts to showcase their talents on such a huge virtual stage. So we would like to mention our sponsors once again. So we have our platinum sponsor, Asiata Digital Labs. Then we have our two gold sponsors, Synopsys Lanka Private Limited, powering the new era of smart everything. Then we have the London Stock Exchange Group, your trusted global financial markets infrastructure and data provider. So once again, we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude towards all of our sponsors who have joined with us to make this event a success.
Yeah, super. So we would really like to thank our sponsors. Without them, I don't think we would have been able to come this far in this amazing competition. So the judges are evaluating right now. So we will be able to hear their feedback shortly.
Yeah, that's true. So, Nima, I think until the judges are ready with their feedback, do you what's your experience in robotics?
Oh, that's like really low experience actually. Supun, because to be honest, like I'm getting a huge experience by being in here as a commentator. As you said yesterday, this is a good chance for me to learn about all the robots and the tactics they used, and maybe I'll be competing in the next year, right?
Yeah, definitely. I can relate to that as well. So we are all still starting out with robotics. So I'm sure that there are viewers in our live stream as well. So I think they can use this as a good opportunity, as Nima said, to get insight and information about even the slightest details of robotics from our honorable judge panel.
And this is also a really good place to get experience in robotics. So I think even as my first experience in robotics, this is like a really I'm really lucky to be in here to see this all these amazing performances by these teams.
Yeah, definitely.
Until we
So
wait,
seems
Supun,
like yeah.
Shall I ask a quick question from you?
Okay, sure. Let's
Okay.
see
So,
how can I answer to that?
so Supun, you see that all these artificial intelligence is rising, right? And we are now getting into this self-driving cars, and all these tasks are getting automated. And what will AI, like artificial intelligence, be like overcome humanity? What do you think?
Will artificial intelligence overcome humanity? So I remember yesterday Chiranta mentioned a really interesting fact that Elon Musk and Bill Gates themselves have a fear of robots. So maybe they were thinking about robots mixed with artificial intelligence. But yeah, I think now we can see development in artificial intelligence. Like it's almost everywhere. Even in our phone, we can see the voice recognition and speech to text feature. I think that's a advancement from the on the artificial intelligence side. So, but I think we are still a bit away from the things that we see in cinema, right? Like when we think artificial intelligence in the movies, we think a robot who has 100% self consciousness and who is essentially a human being without bones and blood and bones. But I think we are still not quite there. What do you think, Nima?
Definitely, Supun. I really like your ideas, and also like what I thought was like we are not still in that stage, and I also think that we are being limited by the hardware in the hardware side right now. Like we have researchers going in the quantum field too, like about how we can increase our performances. So I think the computer design and the hardware is limiting us in making this artificial intelligence actually rise. So maybe the quantum technology will be able to solve these issues. And I
Yeah,
don't, maybe in the near future, we might be having robots as friends, right? Not need to
yeah.
all
Who knows?
look at the dark side. Like maybe like in Star Wars, we'll be having some friends like C3PO.
Yes,
Have you
definitely.
Star Wars Super?
Sorry, no, did you ask have about Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have watched Star Wars, but the original trilogy, the one that everyone says are really good. I think that I have not really watched it. I kind of watched some parts, but yeah, overall, I can say that I have watched Star Wars. So
Yeah. So I
yeah,
had this free
so
bit of a and I like I'm recent like I'm really new to the community and I binge watched all the Star Wars movies and I just have to watch the final movie now and I
oh,
think like the artificial intelligence we have there is like really good and helpful and so maybe we can expect that too from the
yeah,
robots in the
definitely. Yeah, definitely. And also, as you mentioned, thinking about robots like C3PO in the in our beloved movie Star Wars. It's also a combination of software and hardware, and the fusion between software and hardware is what all robotics is about. So now also we have people joined in from the live stream and people competing in the SLRC who are robotics enthusiasts. Maybe they can contribute towards the final goal of having a robot like C3PO.
Yeah, definitely. Well, like C3PO was created from Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
So we
Let's
will
hope we have any.
we'll have to also find a person like that. Maybe someone will emerge from our teams itself.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be feedback, right? Super?
So I would
Yeah.
like
So
to invite
we
judges
just got
to
main
give their
from the
feedback.
main room that we are ready for the judges' feedback.
The robot from this group had a novel design in the color sensing. So they are using a camera, and they are looking at the camera image, and then they use some sort of a segmentation method to identify the color of the patch that the robot is approaching. So, for developing such an algorithm, we really appreciate the effort. Uh, so, when they identify the first color patch, the team mentioned that they look at the color patch which is in front of the robot, and then they take some encoder count, and then they wait for the robot to proceed to the color patch. So that is a good effort again. But when the robot approached the final three uh, color colored skirt, so the robot had some confusion as we saw from the stream, and we assume that because of the uncertainty of the robot's travel path, maybe the segmentation algorithms were confused for a moment, and we assume that is the reason uh, for the inability to complete the whole task. But we really appreciate the effort, and such algorithms have the potential to do so much more complex tasks at once. And on the other hand, they have the problem of the uncertainty, because such algorithm can provide a different output than what we expect. So that is kind of the nature of the robotics. So That is the feedback I have to tell them, and they did a really good job. And go with you, and Niresh will add other points they have. When considering on the wall following part, this is the second robot which completed that very well. The wall following part was very smooth. They went straight on the straight paths and stopped and turned right, turn take 90 degrees and went along. So I saw that it was quite tuned well. So I really appreciate that wall following part because it's not that easy following a wall. So I appreciate that effort. As Banuka told, sensing those color patches using a camera is quite difficult. As well, they are using that ability to reduce the time also, because they don't waste their time sensing those pillars, but they don't waste their time searching for squares as well. So they have done a great job in that area. So I think you can do better. So hope you see next time. Thank you.
Yes, like Govindu and Banuka said, I also like to say that they have done a very good job in following the walls, and in detecting colors, their implementation is quite amazing. Like detecting which color pad is in which direction by far from using a camera is impressive work. So I wish them good luck and nice and great effort.
Thank you, judges, for your judgment.
Thanks to Team Circuit Breakers.
That was the judges' feedback for the team circuit. The judges were also interested, impressed about the algorithms that they used to identify the color patch and the wall following part. Don't you think?
Yeah, so just like you said, using the camera really impressed them.